Ad astra ab.
A word of advice, don't break the law. Huh. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
Come at me!
moment, please. Set. Silence. Stay cool. Face your guilt. Let's begin.
A silence fills the air.
Surprise!
Scanning.
A moment, please.
Come at me. Sight clear.
Cue the spotlight!
Scanning. Hey! Cut sight clear. Come at me. Sight clear.
Scanning. Sight clear. Bow your head.
Silence!
Sight clear. Come at me.
Settle down!
Bow your head.
Over here.
Silence!
Bow your head.
Surprise!
Sight clear. Scanning.
Settle down! Silence!
Away now.
Astra. Thank you for comp. Emerge. Right now. Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Come on out. Right here.
I've been through worse. Yeah. Behold. Cry loud.
This realm is... If you ever have it... Dumpty Dumpty Go! Ah! Hi-ya! Ah! Boom! Yeah! Pew! Ah! Boom! Yeah! Yeah! Hi-ya! Dumpty Dumpty Go! Show them. Emerge. Right here. Dumpty Dumpty Go! Yeah. La la la.
Come at me! Hey! Cut it out!
How amusing.
Where's my key? Not again.
Boing, boing, boom! Yeah, hi-ya, boom! Da-da-da! Yeah, hi-ya! Pew! Boing, boing, boom! La la la!
Wind rises.
Emerge. What a nuisance.
Upon the gate, bow your head. did it start to rain? Oh no, I forgot to bring an umbrella. Ha!
La la la. Jumpy Dumpty Toe. Boo! Boo! Yeah, yeah. Boing, boing, boing. Boo! La la la.
Squall Fury!
Right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. Woo! Ah! Right here. Emerge. Right here. Is that all? I'm always watching.
If you ever see any stickers on my back, do me a favor and take them off. The Malazines like to play pranks sometimes.
Okay, since Sino is vouching for, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know, the better.
Huh. So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who I feel could be trusted with a real secret. Sino happens to be one of them. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts as well. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet? Huh, it reminds Paimon of Sino's former partner.
His former partner. That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only son.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison. It's not just me. I bet even
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. Every Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He is a man of integrity and honesty, and has made countless achievements. His reputation goes back a long way now. He used to be Sino's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the two of them used to practice together when they weren't out on a mission.
Ah, right. I heard Sino mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and transfer to an administrative position. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada incident.
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the academia, Everyone had high expectations of him. He had to face a lot of pressure. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Mortada was caught studying the Court of Desolation, which is in violation of Academia rules. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. He begged for leniency, but Taj wouldn't agree. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl. By the time Taj arrived at the scene, it was already too late. He never had a last chance to see his son. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess that's why he chose to move to administrative work.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible now. Are you okay, Traveler?
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj now. Impossible. Taj would never do that. I mean, yes, he does have a big reputation and has access to such research, but this is Taj we're talking about. He would never do anything against regulations. Never.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the Academia, then Taj is indeed a suspect. Because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers were put behind bars. It's hard enough just trying to make sense of these files. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so, one could restart the research outside the Academia without anyone ever noticing.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death, or even bring the dead back to life, right? So maybe Taj is trying to bring Mortada back. Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. It's the job of the Mantra to find the truth and track down criminals. Do you have any questions? If not, it'd be best if you would leave now.
Paimon's kinda confused. What should we do from here?
Oh, now that I think about it, Sino suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the Academia, right? There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Maybe we could try asking people around the gate of the Academia and see what we can find. Don't worry, Tosh. I won't let your reputation be tarnished.
Alrighty then, let's go ask around.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving?
Huh. Well, yes, but isn't that pretty normal? The academia consumes so many resources each day, everything from cooking ingredients, raw materials, even equipment for experiments.
Right, but we're looking for shipments with a Matra seal. Have you seen any like that?
That I'm not.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the...
No, not that I'm aware.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia?
Huh?
I'm just checking to ensure...
Well, I can't say it's unusual, but I did notice something. There's a Kashar research. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar used to... But he's been making a lot.
And you didn't find that suspicious? Why didn't you report it for inspection?
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe they forged it or something. But you know what happened? A man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the goods personally and ordered me to leave the researcher alone. I couldn't question his word.
Possible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj would ever... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must... Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them before I realized it, but Taj did...
A group of Eremites? Could Taj...
No way. Taj is just like Sino. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There is no way that he would... Fine.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
So, this is Taj's place. There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, what should we do then?
No. Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map.
Yes. These are the transactions between... The whole operation involves more than 300 people, including dozens of celebrities. These are famous scholars, merchants, mercenaries. I have a feeling that Sino might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization on their own. You're right. As for the map... Taj really has turned on his honor, and I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well.
All right, we'll give these to Simon.
A word of advice, don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
I'm so glad Grandpa's okay.
I'm not going back there at my age.
I'm so glad Grandpa's okay. Well, Sino, what do you make of it?
Taj. It's been a while since I last saw him. From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man. Although he would resort to extreme measures from time to time. He would never do anything against his beliefs.
So do you think he's the one behind all this?
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I deny the possibility that people can change. Whether it's out of love for his son or for other reasons, we have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, the person he's become. That's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. There's no doubting that. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him myself. Time is ticking. Let's go.
Over here! So this is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kinda nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. You'll be safe with me.
Silence!
Now.
Settle down!
Look, the balls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find. Is it just Paimon? Or did that passageway just rotate? It's not gonna start moving again, is it? Either way, we should be careful. Hopefully that's our way in. That eye seems to be staring right at us. This place gives Paimon the creeps. You go first.
Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Bow your head.
Going easy on me?
Have a seat. Silence.
Let's begin.
Be sanctified.
Ah, Sino. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust you are doing well. Seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected. Is it because—
That's right. This case is nearly closed. Was it all your doing?
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
That's the difficult part. Let's just—
I find that...
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person— When you're young, I was the same. I never questioned my actions until Murtada died. I was completely— Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. My son hated me till the day he died, and now I must live with that pain and regret. I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation.
So,
See this door behind me? I'm so close, Sino. If only you—
enough conjecture. In the end,
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see?
no. I sense danger behind that door.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from you. I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles, then that is the path I will take.
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all. This power is mine. I will set things right no matter what it costs.
Let the magic.
Bow your head. As I thought.
Your strength.
You feel it, don't you? I'm stronger than you remember. This is—
Uh-oh. We have to stop.
I won't let you open that door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop me now that you're injured. Or
I'll do what
I still remember, even after all this time, you still haven't changed.
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names and map in your house on purpose, didn't you? You wanted me to be able to find you here. All of this, I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really...
Huh?
He never planned on...
What's happening?
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick. After Murtada died, my spirit was crushed. For a lot, that is when I was people from every—
No wonder,
I'm a flesh— I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation. A place that, as long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Murtada did. Generation after generation. Regardless of the— Let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed with seeking it out. That's right. But that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice, to add to the problem.
So...
Anyway, this place is collapsing.
Aren't you the...
His fate is already sealed. There is no life left inside. He planned it all, risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate.
I was always so... finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you.
There's nothing to be sorry. If you see more...
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
All right, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue. Why can't you show even a little leniency? Why?
Because we are Matra.
Huh? The Court of Desolation has...
Just as Taj said, that being buried in quicksand is its rightful end. To them, their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. That's an opportunity.
We'll help too.
Thank you. But just leave so?
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nabil, what are you doing here?
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Ribat. so I'm here to keep an eye on things. This should be the last group of them, so I'll be heading back to the academia once they're cleared. The last few days, at first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts to cover up the truth. However, Sino crossed the desert and took out their main camp overnight. After that, people on the...
And?
Well, then we received word that Taj Radkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The news really stirred up the members of our ranks. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the academia and arrested all the researchers on the list. Some of them managed to get out of the academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured by Sino all across Sumeru. I even heard that someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border. Having more than 300 prisoners apprehended for interrogation has definitely shaken things up recently.
Is Sino alright? He didn't get injured, did he?
He seems fine, but nobody knows the real situation. He brought over 300 suspects to judgment all on his own. Among them were even some of our former colleagues. Not just the criminals are afraid of him. Even we start feeling a little nervous when he's around now. But even if we start feeling all self-conscious, thinking if we've done anything wrong, we're still always honored to have Sino around. By the way, are you guys here to see Sino? I think I just saw him walking in that direction when I was on watch nearby. He was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew it, they were nowhere to be seen. If you happen to see him, please send my regards.
Sure thing, Nabil. You be careful too. Don't let any of those bad guys escape.
Don't worry about me. If anything happens, you can find me at the academia anytime.
Trying to single-handedly bring 300 people to justice must feel pretty exhilarating, but I can assure you this is certainly not the best solution.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Apparently, someone had enticed Murtada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation. Murtada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, he wanted to conduct research that would seem groundbreaking and significant. After Murtada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son to add him to their ranks, toying with others' minds, treating lives like—
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect. I don't have much use for the traps these days, but maybe you will, and can help me collect more testing data.
Sino! Tainari! Oh, so Tainari must be who Nabil saw earlier. Are you also here to see Sino?
That's right. Sino asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to treat a girl named Simin. I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine physically, but he looks a little more lonely than I remember. And Sino, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know. Why don't you play more Genius Invocation TCG, huh? Kale has always been a little wary of you, and your stern expression certainly isn't helping.
How is Kale?
She's grown a bit tall after some time.
Huh?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to use it safely. Although we've apprehended all the criminals, so I decided—
I will.
If anything else happens,
I've already caught those who were preparing to attack you in secret. Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case. So you can relax.
But what about...
It's still not I've been thinking about what... I just hope my own change will come slowly. That way, just as I gained courage from my own superiors. And my partner. I'll be fine. There are many things that many people want to... One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions.
The Lilac Daphne. Extrapolating from these two data sets, it would be part...
Carcata?
I thought I told you all to keep...
You didn't...
Why would I...
But...
So, what I meant was, according to the Academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed. That's why we can't let the Academia discover that place. Anyway, we then bear... I'm not with the Academia, so what do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand, all life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Carcata is no exception.
Wait.
The possibility exists. Abatui only left maybe from a more rigorous perspective. It is impossible to conclude that Carcata is a real life form. By the way, but as things... What do you think?
What's your name, buddy? Are you...
No, I'm not.
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gray. What's going on?
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost.
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who...
Your dad? How does a fully...
Well, my dad's so...
So... what about your mom?
She went out a few days ago. I remembered that the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Rite. When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the farm. I asked the Millith guys.
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people. Isn't that right, traveler? Hey, who's talking about me?
Changsheng, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need. Hello, child.
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baiju?
Changsheng, now, my dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition? As much as you can recall.
Yes, Dr. Baiju.
I see. And your family?
Uh-huh.
Ayu?
Whoa, yeah.
I certainly do. Ayu's parents...
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
Chi-Chi and I need to go.
Family...
Thank you. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with...
We searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield.
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about...
Ah, hey there, buddy.
The boy...
Oh, thank goodness. As for up...
The guards at the
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
You will?
Sorry we weren't able to find...
That's okay.
I see the value in my own work, but I...
Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
There's somebody over... Oh no, it's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further! Watch where you're going! Huh?
Dad!
Hey,
My worst nightmare.
I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Who, for saving this man.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
You're... Ayu? Who am I?
Your name is Xiaoli.
Oh,
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to... Sorry, Hutao. Gotta dash.
Hold on a second. You're not serious.
Huh?
Come on, Baiju. Don't tell me. Why do I get...
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
there are traces of god remains in Jialiang's system.
Oh, yes, but more importantly,
Paimon, sir.
There's no... It is the swarm. Besides...
Now you're bringing... Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. Okay, deal. We're not gonna... I'm happy to...
You must be pleased you brought the...
Well, time is of the... Blockages with... I see.
Dr. Baiju?
Don't you worry.
Ayu, do you know when your
I'm not...
So it's been a long time indeed. No. Come and see me again.
Thank you, Dr. Baiju.
If you still have any
However...
Yes. Of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the...
See you tomorrow,
Bye for now.
Are you ready,
Ready?
You know, Paimon's kind of curious. Yeah.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked... Hello, you busy bees, and what do... Actually...
Oh, and...
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods to feed... Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. These days...
Okay, Paimon...
Almost certain...
Wow.
According to that pharmacist, my grandpa...
Funeral direct...
If he had just be... But according to my... And on top of that, the kind of medicine...
well...
Don't know. But... One thing I do know about Baiju is that he's obsessed with the idea anyway, so... I will be sticking around here for...
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers. Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baiju. It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jialiang is doing.
Dad!
Oh, are you?
Dad!
Yes.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baiju.
My pleasure.
Not at all,
You're still in the early
I suggest you...
Director Who? Do you have any
It seems like... But... How did you accomplish...
Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Oh, come on, Baiju.
Yeah, I've been stuck.
Yes, of course. Everyone?
Suffering now, are... But in any case, why must you keep this a secret?
Who's there? Why did you follow us here? Oh.
What did I just... Traveler. Paimon. Instead, he Baiju.
My I believe the irregularity... The poison has...
Changsheng? Hey, I'll have you... I was treating patient... Whoa. Guess...
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec.
Hardly.
Still, Traveler. Paimon. Which... Baiju.
Thank you.
Huh. Paimon doesn't think we've seen...
The poison in Jialiang's... Yes. I asked, let's head there together, as well as invest... Nor have I.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask...
She was indeed. She is several...
Suppose... Wait.
Jiangli, the last time she visited us.
Quarrel? I don't know.
Nor did Master...
Oh.
No.
Paimon never knew you... What the... Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding...
Let's split up.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick! What is this?
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside. No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this... Some toxin, if it's a concoction...
Offshoots?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading.
Only one thing...
This is getting crazier. Hey, since this... You mean... Think a little... Huh? So you're saying... It was late, but...
I agree.
Look at the
It's too early. Yes. So if we can... Do you know anything about God remains?
Well...
Changsheng's memories and these days, she has to...
Whoa. What? After a contract? Hey, plenty of... With my assist stronger and healthy? But...
Unfortunately...
Temperament. Ugh, this is exactly...
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter...
With how antisocial they are? If it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk. What? Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
You called?
Gets Paimon every time. Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baiju of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? Too often, I now know what a vile the land was final. The seal is still... However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak. I do not like to but when demonic forces are... I do not wish to... Immortality...
I shall treasure your...
Farewell.
What a strange adeptus. That's you for ya!
If the god remains...
Master! Master!
Gwei? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened?
It's Jiaoyang. He was fine 1 minute.
Already? Based on past...
Everyone, back to Boo Boo Farm...
Dad! What's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baiju...
How is he doing?
Dr. Baiju, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gwei left, he was
just...
Quay, please take...
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu.
Baishu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to say it?
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baiju? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really?
No,
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventures Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side...
Traveler, Baiju hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he... Huh? Hey!
Huh?
You're finally awake? That was far too risky, even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, they've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baiju! Changsheng!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment, and as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean...
Yes. Jialiang, though it was
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
Still, moreover...
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiangli has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiangli has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiangli would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible, whatever the cost may be.
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to her regular exposure, and given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju.
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baiju, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiangli's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well. Then follow me.
Dr. Baiju, are you heading up?
Yes. Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and hop to it now.
Okay.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere. The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in? I think it's this way. Yes, I'm sure of it. I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before. There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it. I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay?
No, I have to keep going.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead? The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going. When on the road, one should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to collapse, aren't you?
A bitter pill to swallow.
Now. Stay cool. Face your gift.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place.
That's right. This is where...
Jialiang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me. I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
The doctor will see you now.
Let's begin. Silence!
Scanning. Feast your eyes. Sight clear.
Bow your head.
Wait now. Still get a little chill.
Settle down.
Scanning.
Where's my key?
Hup. Come at me. Sight clear.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Settle down.
A moment, please.
Have a seat.
Chip on up!
Let's begin. Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled. Justice is blind,
Scanning.
A bitter pill to swallow. Yeah, seems like an emergency. Yeah.
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baiju said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect. And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when the stain...
Wait! Baiju,
You could...
it appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you. Right up in...
Dr. Baiju, give it to me.
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a
But, Dr. Baiju, if I continue to sustain my... I know for a fact, if my choice can bring
Jiali...
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry.
Jialiang...
I am sure that over the years...
Mortals are What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
I've seen many...
In the human realm, at least.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least...
When all this began... I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self. Mom!
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Jialiang! 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 Dad!
Didn't I... Huh?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange?
Dr. Baisha, I must...
That's right. Of course, whether it will keep... But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like...
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name. And it would have had no in the end, all I know is that if I'm... And even...
Oops!
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
No wonder he didn't...
Director...
All I wanted was leave it to Boop. One Chi-Chi was enough.
You stay away from my dad!
Oh, is that right? Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Oh, is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
It feels like it was a...
Yay! Paimon! Alright, first...
Wait up! I'll come to...
Baiju.
Don't mention it.
Just your duty. Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baiju. I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of...
No, not at all. But I'm not just Baiju.
Huh.
Life force isn't...
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. When I treated Jiao, there is no need to worry about any long-term consequences.
But you took such a... The reason I left our master, but in the end, are all disciples of Chen Yuvei.
We are doctors.
Baizhu, I can tell... Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiao.
Hey, food's ready! Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught...
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Baizhu, Chi-Chi...
There's no need...
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay? Every single mortal. Wait, that
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chen Yuvei who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patient's? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Bayou, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Cheng Sheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract.
Huh?
What makes a poison? If disease is many may view the notion, I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Cheng Sheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it? Precisely.
Even the god...
For a self...
Dr. Baiju, Traveler, what are you...
We also... Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions. I do envy Paimon sometimes.
True. And yet, are such things as...
She's only asleep. Do we all... Don't worry about that now. don't be nervous. Just close your eyes. You slowly... What's wrong, Traveler? You look a little disoriented. Really? Paimon didn't notice anything. Anyway, seems like we've made it into the... Whoa. Theoretically... Anyway... This way for a little. Yeah. Commit it to memory. Huh? A door? Wonder where it could lead. Well, it's not like we have any other way to go now. Let's go in and have a look. Hey, this place looks familiar. Isn't it Puspa Cafe? She's right over there! Looks like we've come to the right place.
These alluring dreams often portray a scene from real life, which concurs with our previous findings.
Really? But what about that space we were in just now? You can't mean...
Yes. Given that so compared to an interconnected dream, independent individual dreams would be much harder to...
Ah, Paimon gets it now. Well, let's go talk with Debbie. Oh, but
if this space anyway...
Huh. How do we do that?
Just leave it to me.
Well, I get...
Huh? I've confirmed that this dream will...
So,
don't worry. I don't often use my powers like this. Alright.
The Great Dendro Archon!
I'm sorry to interrupt your celebration.
I don't quite
I get it. The Dendro Archon is trying to say that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we're able to gather here.
Hey, how about a cup of coffee for all?
Memories.
Think carefully. Are you sure that meeting here in
Yes. The reports from the Steambird were true, and I never heard from...
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
I get it now, but since it's my dream, it doesn't matter if this is real or not. I and these friends, there's nothing wrong.
I'm worried that if you were to get these dreams will always give you what you want, while reality remains full of pain and difficult situations. If you're not careful, you can get hurt.
Don't worry. I still have control. I won't let it go that far.
Are you sure?
Hey, how about we put all this troublesome stuff aside and get back to our coffee and snacks, Whether it's just a dream or...
You can't just brush off something like this. We don't even know how you people got here or where you even came from.
No, it's all...
It seems that for now, but I wonder if there's...
Huh. I'm not interested in...
Okay, just as I expected.
Wait a second. We were just up there. No, down there? Did we go up or...
Don't panic. We've left Debbie's dream, but this dream has the...
If it weren't for what we just saw, Paimon might still find that a bit hard to believe.
I have a guess. If these dreams are connected, then there should be some sort of order to them. The fact that Debbie was able to realize that she was dreaming means that she is not very deep in the dream yet. But the space where...
Oh, right!
That's right.
Right! So the answers might be waiting for us deeper in the dream!
Yes.
It looks like we may need to put something inside there.
This way, pretty little. Yeah. I'm seeing the Temple of Wisdom.
Over here!
Silence! Be sanctified. A moment, please. Let's get a little chilly.
Trip on up!
Bow your head. Justice. Away now. Come at me.
I'm seeing stuff.
Whoa! When it rains, it seems to disappear slowly.
Yes, and it appears again as soon as the rain stops. It's less like a flower, and more like a dendral slime that's trying to keep out of sight.
Here we go again! The heat of the valley! Huh? Are we back up here again? Wait. Paimon's confused. Are we up here or down there? Good thing we didn't fall.
Yes, we did. We just fell upwards.
That's not helping, Nahida! Paimon has no clue what's going on anymore. Wait, weren't we already...
This is probably it.
Huh? Why would he start drinking?
Yes, but...
Based on what we've learned...
But fortunately...
Oh, it's you.
Did you say dream?
Of course. Here.
Hello.
Whoa, and what's this? No, it's... Anyway, now's not the time for that.
You're right.
Oh, right.
Sorry. I had gotten pretty...
Yes, I'm glad. It must have been very hard for him. I regret not being able to fulfill my...
No.
What should we do?
You can... I'm sorry, but... I should tell you, like the last time...
So you mean... It seems...
Huh? Maybe.
Oh, no, Mom, you can't...
I'm afraid I don't... Don't worry, Haidar.
Minar does... I'm fully Never mind. I mean...
Yes.
Then please. Regardless of whatever caused... But does this dream...
I'm afraid.
Okay, please. Come this way.
You can go even deeper into the dream by heading. I have heard that the further down you go, the more pleasant the dreams become. The answer you're looking.
Thank you for helping us.
You're welcome. It's not like I have any say in the matter. I'm just an ordinary person after all. I'll be right behind. Otherwise...
We're not doing something bad, are we, Nahida?
That depends on how you define good and bad.
It's the same place again.
But they appear to be getting more and more aggressive.
Right. Something Ilmon is clearly aware that rather than dreaming on a deeper level,
I believe we're on the right. It's not that but you would never mistake dreams for real life, right?
Sometimes, Paimon, but it's...
Listen, this also explains... But if we decide...
Oh, what?
Your mind will begin to build the dream far more attentively, which in turn... Do you remember how constructing a realistic dream consumes a similar...
Does that mean there's a... If we wake the...
But the collective dream in Sumer... This has nothing to do with the Aranara, and humans are not...
Huh? So...
That's... Even so... Yeah, once we know their... Everyone hold hands! Let's change tactics. Roll. Hey! The Temple of Wisdom!
The tides beckon.
water that used to be here has turned into rain.
Then let's get through here before the water level rises.
New to Pine.
This should be the final destination.
Huh? Really? Yeah. I have powers related to dreams. I guess only those with thorough... There are so many people here. Don't worry. I have a way.
Lisa's always so calm. I wish I were the same.
He's just in an ordinary dream, so it shouldn't be him. Everyone hold hands!
Shadia has such good taste. I can never go wrong with her opinion.
No, it doesn't seem to be her.
Who taught?
You know, I've heard that plants grow better if you play music for them. And on that note, it's been a while since I last heard you play.
Sorry, I've been a little busy these last couple days. Oh, the Dendro Archon. What a pleasant surprise.
Oh, welcome, Great Dendro Archon. And your companion. I'm Amira. I run the flower shop here. And this is my husband, Moses.
Yes, how may...
You already know all about... Perhaps I should call you the dream's owner?
I'm sorry, Amira. It seems my research has attracted the Why don't you go back to the flower shop?
Okay, of course.
It appears that I was too naive. To avoid looking like too much of a fool, allow me to ask the first question. How well would you say you understand this dream?
This dream was built by the... As for you...
Given up?
Please, tell me how you were able to arrive at such a conclusion.
It's simple. Apart from you, this space only consists of real people who are dreaming, and although you are here and appear... How can I wake up...
Fascinating.
Since you're the fully awake owner of this dream, it can never collapse from you waking theoretically, but even knowing all of that, one...
Isn't the answer right in front of you, Great Dendro Archon? I uploaded my entire consciousness into the Akasha when it was still running. Actually, this all...
No.
That's right. However, the Akasha is truly magnificent. If I siphoned a minuscule amount of its energy, even using just... I named my first work Amira.
Huh?
She and I entered the academia on the same day, starting with admission procedures. And because of that one day, we eventually went on to fall in love. Our rhythm was always in step. I felt like we were two... However, Elazar later took her from me. Yes. I need more training. I found their details in the Akasha's database. This way I could connect them to a network, and to improve my... Yes, because the Akasha was suddenly turned off, I lost all of my jnana energy. I became imprisoned in the very network At first, I panicked. But...
That means...
That's all there really is to it. I don't think I'm doing anything. I provide a beautiful dream. They can wake up anytime.
I agree. This is the home we spent a great deal of effort on to build for us.
Yeah, she's right. We're staying here of our own free will.
I don't understand this at all, but...
Thank you, dear. Great Dendro Archon.
You don't need to get the Great Dendro...
Uh-oh. Now he's playing dirty.
It seems like you're willing to tell if you use real people as...
They just want to be with the people they cherish. I don't think there's anything wrong with me providing them with that opportunity. They don't wish to eternally part with their spouses and friends. What's so wrong about... If you understood humans a little better, or had also experienced firsthand the absolute devastation of loss, then perhaps you wouldn't be so cold towards us.
If you had used... Unfortunately, you've committed one of the... You equated... You lured them into...
Pain? Luring? Those kinds of things haven't existed here from the moment this world was created.
She's right here. This is Ilmon's child, Haida.
Huh? My daughter? What's wrong with her?
This dream relied... Carefully think back.
I... secretly wept... you mean...
No, because unlike the moment you came into this dream, it created a Haidar to realize your wish of... So...
She's still...
That's right. Not to mention...
If Haidar...
What are you talking about, Dad?
I must wake up right now!
Oh.
It seems the others have also remembered. People try to... However, it's because they have family. But in this dream, it's all just a well...
It seems like I've stayed in the dream for too long.
I still have so many things I haven't done.
Huh. I thought I didn't expect you to arrive at the answer through sheer power of observation. If you wanted to spend a little time in the waking world, go right ahead. In any case, I wanted to spend some time alone with Amira. As long as this dream continues to exist, humans aren't as strong as you think. And it's time to...
Monsters, be careful! All of you, please get out of here and find somewhere safe.
I am the master of this dream. I can create endless waves of monsters with the snap of a finger. Don't worry, they'll wake up before they get hurt. Amira doesn't like to see others in pain. You know what's good for you. Leave now!
Come at me! Hey! Cut it! Come at me! Scanning. Watch and learn. Come at me.
Silence! For more, please.
I've been through worse. Sight clear. Scanning.
Settle down.
Let's begin.
You haven't won just yet. This dream is mine! If I go into hiding here, not even an Archon can ever find me. And as long as people yearn for happiness, they will return here and rebuild this paradise!
Hey, stop! What's that? The dream is spiraling out of control and is collapsing now.
Oh no. Amira. Amira! Amira! Amira, are you all right?
I don't feel well.
No, no, no! Please, no!
Get away from there! Don't ruin my flowers!
What should I do? Where did it go?
Left because he doesn't want you anymore.
Silence! Be sanctified.
Just shut up! Just decide for yourself.
The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Stop bossing me around.
Come at me! Feast your eyes! Scanning!
Silence! Be sanctified.
What now?
Am I? I'm not Amira.
Glad that's over. But what happened just now?
He's not very proficient in using the Akasha's technology, and he spent a lot of Jnana energy creating monsters. All the people he... It's terrible.
Even Paimon's freaked out. Paimon can't imagine.
The good news is that the chaos now we only need...
Amira. But they're all gone. I couldn't change.
Do you still think...
I don't... The Jnana energy used to sustain this dream has all been transformed into monsters. This dream will soon collapse and my consciousness along with it. Let me disappear with Amira. I'd rather turn into dust than to ever wake up again.
It seems that everything that's happened is too much for him. He's lost all hope.
I think seeing Amir after
Existence?
using my knowledge the academia.
No need.
This isn't ask for your life. Alright, Traveler and Paimon. We can finally wrap up this whole thing.
What's wrong, Nahida?
Oh, nothing. Let's tell the people here to gather at a moment of dreams after they wake up.
Oh, great. You're everybody from the looks of...
Yes, though there will be many people gathering here shortly, so please do... I need to go to the...
Are we going to ask about that scholar?
Yes, but it may take some time for him to wake up after his consciousness returns to his body. We can leave the rest to the Matra.
Over here!
Oh, it's
the great Dendro Archon. How can I help you?
I would like to check.
Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting, Dendro Archon. He hasn't regained.
Huh? I guess he didn't want to be. Please, give the knowledge stored in this to the Matra and ask them.
Understood.
It's simple. He's committed and.
I see.
All right.
Let's be quiet and just listen in. I wonder what she's going to say.
Hello, all of you who have. I'm sorry for interrupting your beautiful dreams. Dreams haven't been dreams, as I've said before. But just take a good. You should be proud. The path of life. What's the meaning? Whenever you have. Some people work hard all day so that their Some people. Some venture in search of the world's secrets. Life is not. Look, therefore, once you begin. But if you were to. You're free to choose. In the end.
Nahida said she wanted to speak with us alone. It seems like she went to the plaza in front of the academia. You're amazing, Nahida!
Well, that dream was incredibly. But as long as you can still wake up, you can still move forward with your life. Huh? What makes you say that?
Right! You said that you didn't understand. Your speech just...
Thank you. You can't say that that's why I couldn't, but all of my... I don't think...
You're too hard on yourself, that's for sure.
Alright, I've learned that emotion... Beinuni, the moment I entered the dream, I felt like I was wrapped in... It was so warm that it felt... But when I opened my eyes, the feeling was... If I have to... But now that I've experienced this, it's enough that If I dwell too much... I gave a speech...
Hey, what's with that?
You keep looking like there's something you want to say. Since we just woke up, a new...
Entering standby mode.